Markets certainly seem to have come more over to the view that inflation was maybe last year's problem here in the U.S., to some degree in Europe as well. And yet, in the U.S. anyway, growth seems like it's holding together. Is there anything that gives you pause about that outlook, or can we be comfortable with it?
I mean, we would certainly agree with this big relief. It's also what was mentioned earlier, direction. The direction of managing this inflation problem is looking really encouraging. We're not at that 2% target, but the big question is this 2% number even that important? What's more important is the feeling that inflation is under control, which is key.
It certainly is key. And, interesting you bring up, is the 2% number even that important? I mean, I certainly, I suppose you have to have some kind of a target. But even the Federal Reserve in its most recent outlook doesn't anticipate getting specifically to 2% for another couple of years. So it seems as if there's a lot of room in there to sort of allow policy to do its work. Is it your thought that the Federal Reserve and the ECB have done all they're going to do in tightening?
Well, definitely. I mean, both central banks have even introduced symmetry in the inflation target, which is one step closer to being more lax about the fact that we're not hitting that 2% number. Have they done all they need to? So on one hand, this is really, really good news, because this means they need to be less aggressive. It means that rate increases have been working through the system. On the other hand, financial conditions are very important. And because financial conditions have basically tightened themselves because of bond yields going up, because of stock markets going down, well, to a certain extent, certain areas, that made central banks feel more comfortable that the economy was tightening itself, especially because of bond yields. If bond yields get more and more benign, that does mean that central banks have to watch a little bit closer.
Certainly. And what do you think about the growth outlook at this point? In the U.S., a 4% plus GDP number in the third quarter, tracking 2% here, looking like a little more of a slowdown in other parts of the world. But what's your take on whether the supposed hope for soft landing can occur?
I mean, the growth rate has been amazing, far higher than what we would have expected. And we need to ask ourselves why. And I think the problem that all economists like myself go through is we go through this statistical extrapolation. We're obsessed with saying, well, this happened in the last cycle and this happened in the cycle before, therefore growth has to come down. But, there's a bunch of stuff happening. I mean, one big lesson we've learned is the interest rate sensitivity of the economy is far lower than it's been in the past. Mm-hmm. So, rates have gone through the roof in a very short period of time, and the economy is sort of okay. So, do we need to stand here and be very bearish about global growth? No, we don't. Do we need to be cautious about extrapolating strong earnings growth estimates on certain companies? Yes, but that's not the same as being very bearish about global growth.